With the latter months of the winter seemingly never ending, sadness can begin to set in. This comes at the worst possible time for your attitude. There's less to do, so you end up staying inside and bam! You're locked in a cycle of boredom and sadness. What if this never ends? What if you continue to have negative thoughts? It seems like the world is punishing you. One day your car won't start, then you get it started only to get a flat tire. You finally make it to work only to find that you missed a meeting and they fired you. You head back home and find your partner cheating on you. What then? How do you deal with a negative butterfly effect situation? I call this situation and similar, albeit less Hollywood-ready occurrences, quicksand. The harder you struggle, the deeper you are pulled in. The more you focus on overcoming the problems, the more the problems present themselves. In Stoicism, the answer is amor fati, to love your fate knowing that it can't be changed. My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity, not merely bear what is necessary, still less conceal it. All idealism is mendacity in the face of what is necessary, but love it. Friedrich Nietzsche. Though Nietzsche was more of an Epicurean, and the Epicureans would say that this bad luck streak is caused by excess, you should therefore pursue other pleasures. Taoism would explain that there is good in the bad and bad in the good. Possibly the fact that your car didn't start allowed you to avoid a crash. It was better to find out that your partner was garbage now than any longer spent in the dark about it. Universalizing religions such as Christianity and Islam would tell you that this is all part of a deity's plan. You should rejoice as this deity has a special prize waiting for you in death. I consider that our present sufferings are not comparable to the glory that will be revealed to us. That's from the Bible in Romans 8:18. If you stand on any one of these islands for too long, the blinders come on and you are truly missing the whole point. We as humans have the gift of thought. We can make decisions based on our own experiences rather than something written in a dusty old book. It is, however, very wise to use the lessons from these great thinkers to sprinkle upon and season our own observations. So how can we bridge the gap left from these great thinkers and translate them into our own situation? Well, take for example the car not starting. Getting down on your knees and thankfully praying for the opportunity to suffer is probably not the way I would handle it. More than likely, I would begin placing the blame on myself. Did I leave my dome light on? Am I sure that I put gas in the tank? Did I take it to the mechanic when the check engine light came on? Then I would sprinkle in a bit of Taoism on top. Well, at least the sun is shining and the birds are chirping. The cherry on top of this proverbial ice cream sundae would be stoicism. I know I am going to die, but I am still breathing, and I get the chance to hear the birds and see the sunshine. Even if my last moments on Earth are spent cursing this car, I still had 38 prior years filled with sunrises and sets. The flat tire. Again, blaming myself. Well, I probably shouldn't have driven over that curb yesterday. Or maybe taking that shortcut through the messy construction site was a bad idea. I'll save you from my reiteration of stoicism and memento mori, as by now if you've watched my videos you know how deeply I love that. This one may actually come down to universalizing religions. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 35. To torment yourself because of the flat tire is not helpful for your growth or your mental state. So getting fired. This is by far the easiest problem of this whole butterfly effect situation. If your job was willing to let you go because you were late to a meeting, then to hell with that job. Even if it was the best job ever and paid you tons of money, if they don't care about you, they are not worth having you. You get a max of 100 years in this life, and no job is more important than your journey or your mental health. You only get one brain, but there is a job waiting for you somewhere else. The cheating partner. How much do you really know about yourself if you've never been in a fight? Tyler Durden. Not intending this to mean harming your partner or their lover, but rather, how much do you know about yourself until you're faced with the fact that you couldn't provide everything for your partner and they needed to find it elsewhere? Cheer up, champ. You may have provided them shelter and food, but you may have failed in something. Conversely, maybe they are just a bad person and they cannot help themselves. Either way, this provides you an opportunity to cut a person from your life that obviously didn't respect you. Over the past 6 months, I have decided to avoid having a partner, and I have to tell you that it has been just as good as leaving my job. So this bad day was actually pretty outstanding. You gained far more than you lost. You made it to another beautiful sunrise and have the opportunity for many more. You simply don't need to wait for death to find paradise. If you can focus on all the good and the bad, you are already there. As always, if you made it this far, it means you are enjoying the content I'm putting out. If you haven't done it yet, which I don't know why you haven't, please consider liking and subscribing. If you know someone that would enjoy this video, please share it. If you want some cool tech gear, please check out my website, adapperdemon.com. Most importantly, if you have found yourself in a really rough patch of quicksand and you are considering harming yourself or someone else, please contact the Suicide Prevention Hotline by dialing 988. Thank you. Memento Mori.